At the bottom spot, I picked Merry Mountain, and no, it's not because I hate Christmas. I just don't think this track has much interesting going on. There's an alternate route at the start, but after that, the only real interesting part is this half pipe in the end, which I believe takes longer and therefore is pretty much useless. And some spin gates as you go down the mountain, but other than that, this final part is just driving in a straight line. Far from a bad track. I mean, it's definitely not Toad Circuit or Mario Circuit 3 bad, but it's nothing great either. Yeah, I'm not surprised this track was added. It's easily one of the fan favourites from Mario Kart Wii, and I can see why. With the shortcut at the beginning, the cannon set piece, which I've always enjoyed in tracks in this series, trying not to drift off the branches, and avoiding the giant wigglers. This track also has the anti-gravity half pipe, which I find a lot more fun to use, as it's not as far on the outside as the last time. I would have preferred it if they kept the wavy bridge over the gliding ramp at the end, but other than that, this was a pretty decent remake. Cheers for that, Toadette! Cheers for that, Red Shell! I think it's a safe bet now that all of the tracks based on the real world in Tour will be in this game eventually, and this time we're heading off to Germany, and as per usual for a Tour track, you go down a different route each time, and this is a track where you have to be careful on because the traffic can easily get in your way at any point. Either that or I'm just a really bad driver, and that's not even counting the ones on the second lap, and the ones trying to smash you on the final lap. At this point, Berlin Byways is a pretty standard Mario Kart Tour track, but the lap's changing each time is why it's above the other two tracks. I've really liked how some of the tracks outside of the real world change up each lap. Like how in Calamari Desert, the second lap would have you on the train tracks trying to avoid running into a train. Peach's Garden does something similar. The first two laps have you drifting around the gardens avoiding chain shots, which, spoiler alert, you're going to see a lot of that on this list. But the real highlight of this track is on the final lap, as you now have to do the track in reverse, and you can use the glider to give Luigi a high five. It definitely helps enough way standard track become a lot more enjoyable. I'm not sure why the tracks in Mario Kart 7 got different names in different continents. Melody Motorway, Music Park, Koopa City, Neo Bowser City, and now we've got Alpine Pass, Rock Mountain. Alpine Pass is one of the best tracks in the series for the glider, with about a third of the track with you in the air, so thank that lightning no longer screws you over. My favourite part of this track is right at the end, boosting up the hill trying to avoid a boulder smacking you in the face, and using the last glider to skip over parts of the track, which is really satisfying to do. One of 7's best is one of the best in this DLC wave. It's coming home! It's coming home, it's coming, Mario Kart's coming home. The best track based on the real world from Tour, yeah, I've absolutely loved racing on London Loop. Like the previous real world based tracks, you go down a different path each time, but it's constantly a blast drifting around the turns. The first lap is pretty standard, but the second lap starts bringing in chain jumps that on the final lap go absolutely haywire. How the heck did I not get hit here, by the way? Also, the tower bridge going up and down throughout the race was a nice touch. Now let's hope our boys can bring it home. God damn it. I've loved the updates they've given the Super Circuit track since 2015, and Boo Lake is absolutely no exception to that. For starters, it actually makes sense why the word lake is in the title of this track now, because this stage actually takes place over a lake instead of a giant gaping hole, with you even going underwater in an anti-gravity section with some really tight turns and trick opportunities. And because of that, I think it's the best Super Circuit track in the DLC, and easily the best haunted track in the series, because whilst this track is very short, the new additions made this track an absolute blast. It's Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road. Yeah, I'll explain a bit more. This is easily the best Rainbow Road in the series. The stage is gorgeous, the music is absolutely unbelievable, and the sections are all a blast to drive on. The first section can be total chaos trying to perform tricks with everyone around. The second section has you drifting around the rings of a freaking planet before dropping onto an anti-gravity section on the moon, tricking off crates and avoiding chomps. Yeah, this wave seems to like you having avoiding chomps for some reason. And the final section has you driving through a tube and gliding through Starways with an absolutely unbelievable music he's playing. They could not have picked a better track than this, because all of the set pieces in this track make it something really special. This has been Spit Inkling, and I got high hopes for Wave 4 after this wave.